Aaron Rodgers, we seem to forget, not just too long ago, was a back-to-back MVP winner. And now you got some people questioning if Aaron Rodgers is even going to be good this year. Like, that is beyond crazy to me. Yes, I know last year was a down year for him, but he was bringing in new receivers, young receivers at that. Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson were the Packers' two best receivers, and they were rookies, and both those guys ended up missing time with injury, so he could never get into a good rhythm when those guys were healthy and when they were on the field. And plus, the New York Jets have a way better roster overall than anything that the Green Bay Packers have had in the last couple of years. Like, they don't need Aaron Rodgers to be the MVP player that he used to be. Now, if they end up getting that, I know they would love that. I'm pretty sure they're hoping that that happens. But if that doesn't happen and they get an Aaron Rodgers that's a top 12, top 13 level QB, I think that's good enough for them to have a shot at being able to win the Super Bowl. Because yeah, Aaron Rodgers want to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but they don't need him to be with the talent that they have around them. You got Garrett Wilson, who was the best rookie wide receiver in the league. You also signed Alan Lazard, who Aaron Rodgers has a lot of familiarity with. Your offensive line is going to be a lot better than what people are getting credit or giving credit for, man. Like, they got Joe Tippmann, a rookie center out of Wisconsin in the second round. That dude is a bulldozer. He's probably going to end up being the best center that the New York Jets have had since Nick Mangold. And then you got Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is a bust, not because he can't play, but because the dude can't stay healthy and he can't stay on the field. But when he is able to be healthy, he's really good. And you look at the fact that at your offensive guard positions, you got Laken Tomlinson, you got Elijah Vera Tucker. Like, I don't know why people keep saying the New York Jets have a bad offensive line, making it seem like the offensive line isn't, a pretty big issue. Like, the offensive line is not an issue. They got a really good offensive line. Now, I think that a lot of people are not giving this defense enough attention. Like, y'all make it seem like Aaron Rodgers has to carry the New York Jets on his back. Like, he does not need to carry this franchise on his back. As a matter of fact, all he needs to do is be better than Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco. Who else they don't have that QB? Sam Darnold. I mean, these boys also had Ryan Fitzpatrick. The last time the New York Jets got competent quarterback play was that season that Ryan Fitzpatrick went off and the New York Jets gave him that extension after. Ever since then, they have not had good QB play. And then if you want to go back even further, Mark Sanchez. When Mark Sanchez and the Jets went to those back-to-back AFC Conference Championship games, he was pretty serviceable. And even then, like, the New York Jets still weren't able to get it done. So the New York Jets have a great defense. This defense carried this team all last season. Like, this offense did this defense no justice. And every time this defense was asked to step up against some of the best offenses in the NFL, they delivered. You see how they play against the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. So this is a top 3 defense going into this year. And with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, you know you're going to get better quarterback play from what you have gotten from that position the last couple of years. So Aaron Rodgers doesn't need to be a superstar. He doesn't need to be an MVP candidate. He just needs to be better than what you have had at that position for the last decade, man. And that's not really a low bar that he has to exceed. Yeah, I get the fact that, well, JT, he's in the division with Josh Allen and Tua Tagovailoa. It's like, okay, but I mean, I love Tua, but come on, man. Like, I still would take Aaron Rodgers over Tua Tagovailoa. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need to be a great QB for the Jets to have success. All he needs to do is be a serviceable QB. And I think that the New York Jets can get that. Now, I don't think he's going to be a middle-of-the-pack QB. I do think he's going to be above average. I think he's going to be a top 12 QB this year. And the New York Jets can win with that because of how good this defense is and how good their supporting cast is around Aaron Rodgers. It's not like this dude is going to an organization where he has to learn a completely new system. Like, him and Nathaniel Hackett already have a lot of familiarity when they were with each other in Green Bay. So it's not like he's learning an entirely new system. Like, he has a pretty good amount of familiarity with Nathaniel Hackett's system. Nathaniel Hackett didn't work out with the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson, but Aaron Rodgers is going to make Nathaniel Hackett look good as a play caller. So I'm not really worried about the play calling from Nathaniel Hackett. You got to remember, like, Peyton Manning, one of his offensive coordinators during his time at Denver, I believe, was Adam Gase. So if you got a good QB that's serviceable, he's going to make the guy calling the plays look good for you. Look at Tom Brady under Byron Leftwich. And then once Tom Brady retired, you saw they got rid of Byron Leftwich, even though I believe it was a scapegoat move. But if you got a solid quarterback like Aaron Rodgers at the helm, he's going to make the play call a little better than what he was, because with Aaron Rodgers, it's just not like you're going to call the plays and make Aaron Rodgers play in a certain structure. Like Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers already have a good understanding with what both of each other are expecting from one another. So it's like Aaron Rodgers is going to be allowed to freestyle. He's going to be able to call audibles, adjust the protections and all that. So it's not like Aaron Rodgers is going to a situation where he has to learn a new system over again, a new playbook. Now I get the concerns that people have about Aaron Rodgers getting along with his teammates, but Aaron Rodgers has taken those young receivers under his wing and they've grown and really gravitated towards him. And I really think that the depiction that the national media tries to paint of Aaron Rodgers isn't really true. I just think that Aaron Rodgers is just one of those people that beats to his own drum. And you know, with Aaron Rodgers, he's also one of those type people who likes to stick it to the media. He loves proving people wrong. He gets a lot of satisfaction from proving people wrong. And when the New York Jets end up being good this year, he's going to come on those national talk shows like the Pat McAfee show and, you know, make jokes about it, how people try to make it seem like he was just a weird hippie introvert that doesn't really know how to, you know, communicate and react around people. Like, people love Aaron Rodgers, man. There's not too many teammates that have bad things to say about Aaron Rodgers. So for when Aaron Rodgers plays this year, I think that he's going to end up being good enough for the Jets to make it to the playoffs and make a little bit of a playoff run. And if I had to give you guys my top 3 teams in the AFC this year who I believe can challenge Kansas City, I'm going to go with the Bengals, the Ravens, and the New York Jets. The New York Jets defense is phenomenal. We keep talking about how good does Aaron Rodgers need to be. I mean, he doesn't have to be too good, because their defense is not going to be allowing too many teams to score more than 18, 19 points a game. So all they got to do is score 21 a game, and they should be winning the majority of the games that they play. Like, we keep making a lot of fuss about their early season slate, but I mean, they got a great defense that can shut down some of those better quarterbacks that they play. So I think that Aaron Rodgers just needs to be a top 12 quarterback, be above average this season, and the New York Jets should be a playoff team, and they potentially could make a Super Bowl run. I mean, do you remember Peyton Manning's final season in the NFL with the Denver Broncos? He was not good. That was the worst season of Peyton Manning's career, and this season was worser than his rookie season with the Indianapolis Colts when he threw 28 interceptions that season. And the Denver Broncos still won a Super Bowl with that. You want to know why? Because Peyton Manning was good in the key moments. So if the Denver Broncos can win the Super Bowl with how Peyton Manning played his final season in 2015, I'm pretty sure the New York Jets can do that in a similar way. Like, yeah, some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, majority of them play in the AFC, but there's not too many defenses in this conference that are as good as what the New York Jets defense is. The 2 best defenses in the NFL last season were the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. You want to know who was behind them at number 3? The New York Jets, fam. So the New York Jets defense isn't being talked about enough. This is a defense that's not going to allow a lot of points to be scored on them. No matter who they play at QB, who they're going to be lining up against, this defense is still going to show up and show out. So unless this defense just falls off the cliff and this defense just isn't good, I don't think that the New York Jets are going to end up missing the playoffs. I at least think this should be a playoff team with Aaron Rodgers on it. And I think the best case scenario, they win the whole thing. They go to the Super Bowl and they win it. You saw what Tom Brady did when everybody said that he wasn't going to be able to do it. The same thing that y'all are using against Aaron Rodgers. He got new teammates. How long is it going to take for him to get adjusted to him and whatnot? And you saw Tom Brady, his first season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, they had some ups and downs throughout that year, but they still were able to put it all together to win the Super Bowl. So why can't Aaron Rodgers do the same thing? This offensive line is not that bad. They got a great defense, and they got a great supporting cast around Aaron Rodgers for him to be successful. This is the same situation that Tom Brady was in his first year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So you guys let me know down in the comment section how good you guys think the New York Jets need Aaron Rodgers to be this season.